What's good, YouTube, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Free Game Podcast, episode 3, guys. So today is May 3rd, 2021. And we're back, man. So we're your hosts. I'm Jay and
Junior. Welcome back, guys.
Yeah, man. So appreciate you guys for showing love for the past couple of videos. We really appreciate it, man. So we're on the road to 1,000, man. That's our first goal.
Yep.
So first goal, man, we're some people go for 100 first goal, 500 first goal. I think we just want to go, we want to go for the home run, man. So
yeah,
get us to 1,000
mark.
Yeah, get us to that 1,000 mark, guys, as soon as possible. And we'll go ahead and continue to pump out these videos, man. So, Junior, anything you want to talk to them, man?
About? Hey, man, I just want to say thanks to everybody for subscribing, liking and commenting, all that stuff, sharing with your friends. We really appreciate it, guys. So we're gonna keep pumping out content. Like we said, we're gonna be doing daily videos. We have episodes going up every Monday, and a part of that we got clips. So you've got like specific clips you want to see, so you don't have to see the whole podcast. And you have special clips there. So we'll be pumping those out, guys. Appreciate all the love you guys been supporting. Like Jay said, we're on the road to 1,000, so let's get there as soon as possible. Let's get it.
Hey, guys. So today, man, just giving you guys something I want to implement for myself. Beginning of these podcasts, we're going to talk about how the stock market's been on the date of this podcast. So as of today, May 3rd, 2021, the market was good for the Dow Jones, the SP 500, and then the NASDAQ was pretty low. For crypto, man, crypto was pretty hot today, man. So for the recap for just today, and crypto is 24/7. So obviously, but for today, as of now, a lot is going on with crypto, man. So Ethereum is popping up for today, the past 24 hours. Ethereum's up 7%, which is $235 in one day. Dogecoin is up 11%, which is 4 cents. Or no. Oh shit. 45 cents 4 cents today, which is 11% boost. Litecoin is up $9 today, which is 3%. Bitcoin is actually down $2,000, which is 3%.
Yeah, that's a big one for people.
Yeah, and then Stellar Lumens is down 4 cents, which is 7%. So those are kind of like the top ones in my portfolio, man. But it's a pretty decent day for crypto, man, especially for Ethereum, Dogecoin, and Litecoin holders, man. So that's a recap today, man. So obviously we only make podcasts on Monday, so we can't do weekly or daily recaps. But as of today, that's what's going on with the market, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It started off kind of like slow, and then little by little, everything started kind of going up, and just little by little. Next thing you know, it's up 2%, 3%, then 4%, then 5%. So you're like, hey, man, just got to keep pumping in, even though some other places you're losing. But if you have your money right, you'll be getting some good, get some good gains. But just be patient. Don't pull out that quickly. Don't start selling because you're like, oh, my other stocks are going down, but my crypto's going up. I should just pump all my money into crypto. If you don't have that much capital, just stay where you're at. Keep your initial investment in there. If you're already at a gain, you're already at a gain. What more can you complain about?
Yeah, man. Actually, today is actually the anniversary. Not the anniversary, but today we hit a big, for my personal portfolio, we hit a big milestone. So maybe a month or 2 months ago, we bought in at maybe 1,400 with Ethereum. No, it was 1,500 with Ethereum. And a couple of days ago, it went over the $3,000 mark. So we was able to basically 100% the money in that account. So that's a big goal, man. So I'm not gonna pull in. I'm gonna continue whenever I get more extra cash, continue to flood that money into the market and just let it go. Let it grow, man.
It's crazy because I've seen so many videos and everybody's just like, oh, Ethereum's gonna be the next Bitcoin and stuff like that. But little by little, man, I had my doubts, but it's been going well. It's just same thing with every other crypto. Litecoin's been going up. Dogecoin was at quarter of a penny last year, bro, and that's at like what 40 something cents. So so I think that's a big one for people.
Yeah, man. So hop into the first subject for today. This is on you, man.
All right, man. So we're going to talk about your first initial investments, So what's it called? So I'll let you go ahead and start, man. So what was your first initial investments that you started into that kind of got you into the game,
All right. So for me, I think my first time ever investing in the stock market or anything that's like investment wise was back in 2016, 2017 with Bitcoin, man. That was my first time ever dabbling in that type of market. Obviously, most of that money I end up selling, and because at that time it was just little change, $20 here, $20 there. Those are my first initial investments. A few years later, I actually got into the actual stock market and get into physical company stocks. So That was my second investment, but crypto was actually my first, man. So that's kind of crazy for me. So how about you, man? What was your first initial investment?
Who would have known how that crypto would have been your first one, man? Who talked about
Yeah,
crypto back in the days besides Bitcoin, you know?
yeah, man.
I think for me, I think it was around like 2018, 2019 when I started seeing a little bit of like, more finance channels. I had a few people from work and
Yeah.
stuff talk about that. But my initial first one was, I think it was Tesla stock because I just kept seeing people pump money
Oh
into it, man.
yeah.
Pump money. And then I saw Graham Stephan, he talked about it. Me, Kevin talked about it. And
Yeah.
this is when these guys weren't like, they were big, but they weren't as big as they are now.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, but what's it called? Yeah, it was one of those things where I put Tesla money in there. I put like I got accepted for fractional shares, couple years ago. So that's
What
when
were
I
you
was able to
trading
put
on?
it.
What apps were you trading on when you first
I was
started?
just on Robinhood,
Oh,
straight up
okay.
Robinhood.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Webull, but it's just confusing. Their interface is just
Yeah, it's way
too difficult.
yeah. I
Too
like
advanced for
Webull
me.
because I like Webull because it's that perfect medium because it's not like the Thinkorswim TD Ameritrade
Yeah.
platforms, but it's not easy like the Robinhood platform. So I like Webull's really hard to figure out, but once you figure out, man, it's golden. But my first actual time when I was first trading for the first time with crypto, it was on the Cash App, man. So Cash App has a way where you can buy, man, and it was just crazy. And the graphs and the charts on there, I didn't know how to read the charts. But reading charts is hard in general. But reading charts on that, it's impossible. So I was just pretty much blindly putting money into the market, buying. Potentially, I was buying dips, man. But that's when Bitcoin was only at $6,000, man. So who knows where that money would have been nowadays, man? I mean, it probably would have been a couple thousand or something at least. But it's just ridiculous what happened, man. So
yeah, it's crazy, bro. Who would have known back then? Even well, I think we talked about in the first episode. Our friend Jake, he bought in Bitcoin at like a few $100s, I think it was, and then if he still kept it, he'd be at what, like 50K at least.
But that's
just
like
imagine,
a big
bro.
down payment for a house.
Yeah, for real. What's it called? But yeah, I started in 2018, just kind of like little by little, started working my way up. And then I got into like more shares, and then I started investing in like index funds, obviously because of YouTube. YouTube gives you a lot of influence, and then they kind of sweeten the deal by telling you more and more about that. So I got into like kind of like dividends, and then I got into like index funds and all that stuff.
Yeah, man. Definitely like I think crypto was a big learning system for me because it gave me hope to like continue to learn. Like if I would have put my money into crypto and lost it all, I would have been kind of down and sad. But good thing, man, that it was a good experience. I mean, I put $20, made like $5. I thought I was balling, I was rich. But I don't know if you guys remember, but in 2016, 2017, that was around the time where Bitcoin was going mainstream for the first time. So I remember it was a point where it went from $6,000 to $8,000. After it went to no, not 8,000, $18,000 actually.
18, yeah.
And then I think the government was talking about regulating it, and then it had a big ass drop and it went down to 4K. Obviously at the time people realized that it really can't be regulated. Now we're seeing this big spike in 2021, but it's just crazy, man. Like where the potential was always there, man. It's just people wasn't really into the hype until now. Which is still not too late, man. I feel like regardless, when I buy crypto, I'm always in it for the long term. I'm not really buying it for the quick gains. I'm in it for the long term. So usually, like for example, I'm in the process of building credit and saving capital to move. This crypto money can potentially be a good down payment for when I move out, man, or furniture and all 100%. That stuff. Yeah, man. So just turning my investments into assets, man. So
yeah, exactly. But I think that's the biggest thing people don't understand is like do your research beforehand. Again, guys, big disclaimer right here. Not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Don't sue us. We're not CPAs or anything like that. But if you are, do your research. To call ahead. Consult CPA, financial advisor, people who actually know what the hell they're talking about, not like us.
Man. Because we're two people in line.
yeah. But what's it called? But if you really do your research and you really want to like start investing, seriously, and like like Dejan said, turn your investments into assets. You really should be doing your research. Check every source. YouTube, biggest platform right now for like online things. We always look up stuff like how do you do this, how do you do that, how do you start this. So then that's why it's here, and that's why the platform's here. So just be careful with your money because if you don't take care of it, someone else will take it.
Yeah, man. So right here I see that you have to keep it on the top of the investments. What are like you asked, what are you investing in and what's your future investment? So I guess I'll ask you your own question, man, and then you can like reverse it. But what are you investing in right now, like total, and what's your future investments for you?
So right now, what I'm just invested in is just pretty much stocks. So I got Robinhood. So that's the simplest one I have is Robinhood because
Okay.
I like the interface. It's super simple. It's, it's not too complicated.
Nope.
I got a few things in Tesla. It's mostly Tesla and crypto, to be honest with you, because Tesla is always before pre-split. I was on the edge because it was, way too much money, $2,500. But after the split, that's when I really got into it. I put in a few shares into it, just let it, rise a little bit by itself.
Yeah.
I got a bit of Dogecoin. So I started investing it when I was at like 6, maybe 7 cents. Now it's at 40 something cents. So I just kept it in there. Haven't touched it. Aside of the stock market, I do have some index funds. I did listen to, I think it was an interview Graham Stephan did. It's called it's a free index fund. You guys can look it up on Fidelity. It's called FISROC. You just put in money in there and it gains a capital gain of, I think, 7%. It yields 7% a year. So every, yeah. So, and you just keep the money in there, move it, touch it. You just keep putting like $100. That's what I do. Put $100 each month, of whatever money I have left over and just let it grow. And I think after that, I just have my Roth IRA, to be honest, because I want to grow. So I want to grow something tax free because Uncle Sam comes knocking on the door for everything. What's up?
So on that one that you put $100 a month in, is it? Yeah. Say if you want to pull your money out, is there a fee or is it anything that you have to pay to get your money out, or is it free money? Just can you freely get your money, or do you have to pay some type of percentage?
Not exactly until you get to like a certain amount of money, but for the most part, you can just take it out if you want to, but it's there for a reason, just to kind of like let it sit there, don't touch it, don't move it, just keep pumping gas into it, just think of it as a big balloon, until you want to burst one day for retirement or something. But what I've heard from people online is just, just keep adding money into it, kind of like a Roth IRA. Roth IRA is the same thing, it's a non-taxable, retirement. You got your 401k, you got your Roth IRA, and you got your traditional IRA. Roth IRA, you just put in money. It's a limit of $6,000 per year. But if you do the 500 per month, it'll just same thing as the index fund. It'll keep growing, tax free, bro. That's the big thing. It's tax free. You're saving a lot of money, and it grows. So it grows every year, and it's growing tax free. So that's what got me, because I was like, I don't want to be paying Uncle Sam when I'm like 60 something. And be paying him thousands and thousands of dollars for money I, had to work my butt off.
Yeah, exactly, bro. See, so it's crazy.
What about you, man?
Wait, is that all your investments or like what's your future ones though? Do you have like anything that you have for the future?
My future ones, because I do have a small business, so I might be able to do a simple IRA and put some money in there.
Oh, see, that's smart.
I still gotta like pull more streams of income, and stuff like that. But as far as right now, I think that just sticks to that. So just the stock market, obviously my biggest wealth is my, my income right now. So just making sure that stays consistent, making sure, I have enough money, besides bills, now I live with my girlfriend now. So, rent, that's a big one. Man. You gotta be, careful with that. That's what I was telling Jay, you always gotta make sure you got that money prepared. Like he was saying, turn all the investments to assets, because later in life, it can pay off if you're actually smart with your money.
Yeah, man. Because I know you were talking about the before, and I was also getting back into like what is my my investments and all that. But you said that for some account you get 7% a year, right? Like 7%.
Yeah. The index funds, yeah. So
that's crazy.
If you go to like an investment calculator, it's really easy. You can go online. And just put in like what the growth is and how much you start with and how much you're going to contribute every month.
Yeah.
And then like it'll tell you like 5-year growth, 10-year growth, 20-year growth.
Okay.
And there's a lot of investments you can go out there. Obviously people have life insurance too. So it can replace your income for in the future. But that's like way in the future. So
yeah, man.
Little stuff like that. But you just gotta think about it now, because if you don't, you just keep pulling it back. Like, oh, I'll do it later. No, you won't do it later.
Yeah, man. You're never gonna do it. You got to do it now, man. Like with this podcast too. Like people always talk about, oh, I want to start a podcast. I want to start this. I want to start this. You keep saying I want to, man. You're not gonna ever do it. So you just gotta start, like literally right here and there. Start off your phone. Start off whatever you got to start off with, man. And just get into it, bro. Yeah, man. But for me, my investments, man. So I got money into the stock market. I got money to the crypto market. So I had, I'm dabbling between those two. Usually when I trade, because I'm usually doing options trading on the stock market. So
Okay, for
like
sure.
with stocks, so any profits I get, I always buy long-term stocks. So I'm a fan of single stocks, but not as much. I usually buy into ETF stocks. So I'm a fan
Okay.
into into indexes and all that, but I'm more of a fan of the ETFs because ETFs trade just like stocks.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's kind of similar as an index, but it's tradable like a stock. So
Oh, nice.
my main ones is QQQ and SPY. So those are my main two.
I heard
The
of that one.
SPY follows the SP 500, and then QQQ follows the Nasdaq 100.
Yeah, the
So
Nasdaq. Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah,
those both bring in good growth. The percentages depending, because right now we're in Corona, so it's the stock market averagely goes up like maybe like 8 to 10% a year. That's the average. So
yeah.
those are my main two. I'm also into Tesla, and I got Apple stocks. I got AMC stocks. I got maybe 100 share of AMC
Oh, damn.
shares. But for savings wise, I don't use a savings account anymore, man. I was a big fan of savings accounts maybe a year or two
Yeah,
ago. So like don't get me wrong, I have my emergency funds and my savings account just because I need that money right here, right now.
yeah.
But anything
On the
that's
fly or
beyond
something.
that, yeah, but anything beyond that, man, I was looking around recently and I found this crypto. It's this cryptocurrency, man. And this I can actually show you guys right here. But basically what it does is you put your money in this and
Mm-hmm.
it builds interest on it. Like so Albert, like I
Oh,
think right
nice.
now it's at 6% APY, and crypto right now is hot. So my mindset with it is crypto's hot, crypto's gonna be going up in the future. This right here is 6% a year, like period. You're gonna always, it's always gonna keep pumping out cryptos because I was basically have to show you guys because it's kind of hard
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
explain.
They were giving you like 2-3%. Then after COVID
And
happened, everything they're giving you like 0.5. So being
yeah,
able to
man.
get 6%, man, that ooh,
Do you guys see this right here? Do you see this right here on
yeah,
the bottom right here? So right here is 6% APY. Um, and basically the lifetime rewards is how many coins is getting made. So as we're speaking right now, it's this is basically generating this cryptocurrency. This crypto is currently trading at $1.36. So
yeah,
I kind of advise people to like look into that. Um, do I have all my money into this? No, like I said, I got a lot of my savings. I have my emergency fund on the side, but anything excess outside of that I want to grow over time. This is a big one, and then obviously the stock market, man. So this right here, like I said, is really cool, man. And is as we speak, is generating more of that
yeah,
crypto. So that's basically my main two. And then obviously sneakers. Most people don't consider sneakers as an asset right now, but in my opinion, is as my shoes are sitting here, man, they're going up in that assets as well. So
sure. I forgot about
those are
those.
my main big three, I guess, man. So yeah, you too. I'm surprised you didn't say that, but yeah, man,
Yeah, I
shoes
totally
are
forgot about my sneakers.
like
Yeah,
stocks nowadays. So
yeah, because people don't get it, man. Especially those Jordan ones out there, man. Then they be going for like crazy, crazy money, starting at
yeah,
160,
man.
going all the way to like 400 or 500 bucks.
Right.
And then and some of those, they'll dip like the market, they'll go
Yeah.
down, and then a year later, bro, they're like at $700,
Man.
and
And then
then
the crazy
they'll
thing
bring
is,
another one. Yeah,
you can wear the shoes, man. And if you need it, say if you're going through like a real funk in life, you need money,
yeah,
you can sell your used shoes, get the
still
money that
make
you
money,
paid
bro.
for it, and still make profit. So it's a
It's
great
crazy, man.
asset,
And that's
fashionable
what
assets.
and that's the thing people don't understand. Even for like other stuff, I know it's not as hot now, but I remember back in the days when like I started looking into like hypey stuff. I remember
Yeah.
seeing people with like box logos, man. Like those were they were like the talk, bro. Of like
Man,
2016, 2017.
right.
People would be selling them like it's just like a little box, bro, that says Supreme.
Yeah.
And it's like a blank sweater, blank t-shirt, bro. They're going for like $500-$600. It blew
How
my
much did it
mind. I was
retail
like,
for? Like 80,
like at
60?
80 bucks, and then the sweaters were like I think like 150 or $200, but still like people were paying like
Yeah.
thousands of dollars, bro. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And I had to like look into it, and then I was like, man, if I had the capital I would get into it, but back in those days I was working at Chang's, so
Man.
could be making that much money.
Yeah, right. So you was talking about right here. You have something down for retirement. So wait, I think you talked about it, right? That what you have for your
Yeah,
retirement. Okay, okay,
yeah.
yeah. So
So well, what about you? You have any retirement set up,
retirement,
or
man.
in the
As of right
future or
now,
anything?
so basically what I do is just put different things, diversify into different things. So I don't have like a 401k or anything like that. I am potentially gonna like get into that eventually. I'm
Yeah,
like, probably, I don't know, man. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do when that time comes. But
yeah,
I definitely want like my kids to be able to have, you know, to be set, you know, stuff like that. So
Yeah,
eventually,
exactly,
I think when I get like a better job, or you know, I get employed again, and I'll probably definitely go ahead and set that up, man. But as of now, no 401k, man. This is my savings and different assets I have.
Yeah,
But,
and just so for people, you know, I get clarification. Like he's talking about 401k, so that's when you get you're an employee. So for my case, I'm an entrepreneur and I have a business with my dad. So we're considered you know, self-employed. So you wouldn't be getting a 401k. You'd be getting
what is that one
a Roth
called?
IRA.
Oh, Roth
Simple
IRA. There you
or
go.
Roth IRA, yeah.
There you go.
It's the same thing with 401k, but the 401k, that's the better one because you know, if you have a company that matches you, like let's say 10%, you know, you can put in $100, or sometimes people like they'll be good up to like they'll match whatever you put in. So you say you put in $200, they put $200 in. So I mean, it's good like that, but at the same time, you know, you're risking the potential of growth. You know, as an entrepreneur, if it blows up for you, you can, you know, make as much money as you want to with the job. You kind of have to follow steps, follow the rules. You know, there's always still going to be someone, you know, that's like higher up than you. So it just really depends on you, but it's something to consider and it's something to think about. I talked to Ricky and he started a Roth IRA. You don't have to put a lot, but even if you put like $100 in there, you know, growth is still growth.
Just, so what do you think? You like the 401k better, or you like the Roth IRA better?
It just depends on your situation. If you're
like for entrepreneurs, you think obviously like the Roth, right?
Entrepreneurs, they can't get 401ks.
Okay, because you have to be employed. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so if you have like a small business, because anybody can get a Roth IRA. So you can. The cool thing about Roth IRA is that anybody can get them. If you do a simple IRA, that means you're like a small business owner and stuff like that. So I can start that. So I have a simple and I have a Roth. 401ks, the advantage with those is that you can get a 401k, you can get a 401 IRA, and you can get a Roth IRA. You just can't get the simple. Yeah. So
Ramsey talks about this a lot. I just be like, oh, okay, all right, a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I definitely need to get a Roth IRA or a simple Roth IRA. I think that's what it's called, a simple Roth IRA.
Yeah, it's a simple IRA. Yeah.
Do you need like a deposit to put down first, or do you?
No, I think it's a minimum. You have to at least deposit $25. Like I said, I put $100 in each account, bro. It's $200 a month. You know, it's not gonna make or break me, but it's something I've been piling up for maybe like 2-3 years now. So you know, and it grows. So it grows at a consistent rate. So the more you put in, so like let's say you put the max is $6,000 a year. You put that for what, 40 years, you're at $240,000, you know, by the time you retire, plus whatever it grows. If it grows at 3%, 5%, depending on where you go, that could be, you know, more than enough for you to retire on, you know. So you'll have like a cool $500,000, maybe $1 million if you put into other accounts, investment accounts, you have a house. It's just a lot of things. It just adds up, you know, but it starts with the little things and then it grows into like a big kind of thing afterwards.
So basically with that, you said that's where they match you, right?
For 401ks.
Roth IRA, they don't match you? Roth IRA? Oh, damn. I'm about to say, imagine putting 10 and then you get 10. I'm like, damn, that'd be kind of
cool. What's it called? So the IRAs, the only thing with those is that, remember I told you they're tax-free, so they only allow you to put in so much, because imagine if they didn't have a cap, then they would have to like be, you know, they would lose so much money on the taxable kind of income. Because you know, people out there, they're making millions, so if they could put in more money, they would be putting 10,000,
they'll
20,000,
manipulate the system for sure.
Yeah, 100%, bro. So that's why they mark at like a $6,000 cap.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So yeah, 401k. So I think 401k, you have to have it in there for a certain amount of time. Because I remember Jasmine, my girlfriend, for you guys that don't know, Jasmine, she was at Tone's Memorial and then she left Tone's Memorial, and in her new job, she wasn't getting a 401k. So what she was going to do was she was trying to take her money out that 401k and then putting into her own assets or her own like savings account that she can get her own money at. But they said in order for her to take her money out, and I think she had like a couple thousand, man. I want to say up to $10,000 or something crazy like that. They said in order for her to take her money out, they got to take a certain chunk out of it, like 25% or something crazy. It was some crazy fee to the point where she was like, you know what, I'm just keep it there, and then if I need it, then I'll go for it. But as of right now, I'll just let it sit there. So
then that's the bad thing about those, is that you can't take it out until like, I think it's 59.5 for 401ks. And don't quote me on that, but like you said, if you want to take it out early, you got to pay the penalty of the taxes. But I mean, 10,000 is not bad. Imagine people who are like eager, bro, to, you know, transfer 200,000, 300,000, you know, they got to pay 30% tax. That's already like 60K, bro. You know, you work what, countless years, hours, just for Uncle Sam to be like, hey man, put it right here in my pocket, you know. Cool, 60K, you know. So it's crazy how it works, but like I said, just do your research, find what best fits for you, and just make that money, guys. That's all we want to do, make that money, have a better life.
Yeah, man. So get into the next subject, man.
All right, guys. So the next topic we're going to talk about, we're going to switch it up a little bit from finance. We're going to talk about sports.
Yep.
NFL draft, bro. Give me your thoughts. Be honest. Let's just get this out of the way. Say your team, I'll say my team, so people won't say we're biased or like that.
So what's your thoughts? For me, I'm a Indianapolis Colts fan. Personally, from my team, damn. Oh man, I feel sad for you, man. Shit.
No, bro. It's all good. I can take the heat. I can take it.
But for the NFL draft, man, for the Colts in particular, it was a decent draft for us. But obviously, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are not Indianapolis Colts fans, so I'm not really gonna get too deep into my fan base. But overall, the draft was pretty entertaining. The first 2 rounds were the most entertaining because there was some players,
100%,
especially during coronavirus. The college football season was going on during Corona, so it wasn't a lot to do, man. So we were able to sit back and just watch a lot of these college games, and so a lot of these players going into the draft, I was like, oh, I remember seeing him, or I remember seeing him. But it was pretty interesting, man. I think the top picks of the draft was Justin Fields, man, going to the Chicago Bears. If you guys have Netflix, if you guys watch Netflix, it's a show called QB1, and basically that's basically when they go to high schools basically, and they look at the quarterback of their senior year. They go follow the senior year quarterback, and they follow them their whole senior year, and basically they like make a documentary on them for that last year, going transitioning from the senior in high school to a freshman in college. So seeing him get drafted is kind of like I grew with him in a way. It's kind of weird, man, because I remember watching a show for years. Yeah, man, because I watched the show a few years back, and I've seen him as a senior in high school. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So you see him as a senior in high school on the show, and now he's just getting drafted. So it's kind of like, damn, all right, that's crazy. And I think he's the only player from that show to go to the actual NFL. So I think that was pretty crazy to see, man. But the draft was pretty interesting, man. It wasn't nothing too crazy. I mean, it was, the draft is pretty interesting because a lot of people go from broke to millionaires, man. So there's a lot of emotions, I'm pretty sure, for the families, the players that get drafted, man. So
what do you think of the number 1 pick? Do you agree?
Who's the number 1? Oh, Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, he was pretty good, man. So thing about this man is he never lost a regular season game ever in his life. From high school to college, he never lost a single regular season game, So going to the NFL, unless he goes 17-0, he might be experiencing his first loss in competitive football, man, in his whole life, which is kind of crazy. But he's worthy, man. I think they're gonna be he's going to our rivals. So I'm a Colts fan.
Yeah.
He's going to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that's our division rival.
That's your division, bro. Yeah. So you're wishing him the worst.
Man, so I'm wishing I hope he has a good career. I just don't hope he has a good career against us, man. So
exactly.
I hope when he plays us, he throws like 10 picks a game, man. But
so it's interesting. So throwing you a curveball, bro. Sticking with the NFL, have you heard about Aaron Rodgers, bro? And the rumors. So what do you think about that, bro? It's crazy. Let's just give people a quick background. There's rumors saying that he's not happy. He's thinking retirement. He's thinking about leaving, Green Bay and stuff. But the tricky thing is he's on a 3-year contract, and his contract's enormous. So whoever does have money or whoever can spend that money, bro, if he does leave, it's gonna be crazy. But what do you think?
It's pretty interesting, bro, because Aaron Rodgers, man, he's a good quarterback, man. So I think any team would be lucky to have him. I wish we can pick him up, but we're not gonna go. I think we're 100% invested into the guy that we picked up. But Aaron Rodgers, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what plays out, man, because he's a great quarterback, and I think he just wants to be on the team that's gonna get him another Super Bowl, man. So we'll see where he goes from here, man. So, but it's interesting, man. I'm not surprised. I think this late in your career, you want to do things that can help you win, and if your team is not helping you, you gotta go ahead and do your own thing, man. Which I like to see.
Huh? Tom Brady is a perfect example, bro. He wasn't going anywhere with the New England Patriots.
Yeah, with the Patriots, so he finessed his way out of there.
And that's the Brady effect, man. He just goes to Tampa Bay one season, bro. One single season, even brings Gronk out of retirement, bro. What kind of player has that kind of power, man? To where they bring someone out of retirement, captains a full team he's never played with before and still wins a Super Bowl on his first try. That's insane, man. So I feel like Rodgers will probably have the same kind of effect if he does leave, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's going to be moving anywhere because that contract, man, if someone does get him, they're going to have to trade a lot of players for him, or they're going to have to do some illegal stuff to like, put that market cap on top of them, because I don't think any of the teams have, that kind of money right now besides a few of them. I know Denver was looking into him as well as San Francisco, but I don't know, man. They're going to have to give up so many players. They're not going to have any role players. They're not going to have a bench just to get one guy, So, I kind of agree with you. He was kind of feeling frustrated the last few seasons. Okay, he had the MVP season last season. He got eliminated. He really didn't think he was going to get out. But again, bro, the one person he didn't want to face was Brady, and he got Brady.
Yeah. So going off the topic of being frustrated, man. LeBron, man, he's hella frustrated right now. Backstory: the Lakers are big backstory. In March, he was all for the play-in game. He was saying that the certain teams that's down there should all play it out and fight for those last spots to get into the playoffs. Now we're in current times, man, where he's kind of going, he's backtracking on that, and now he's saying that whoever made that idea is an idiot, yada yada yada. He's kind of like crying about it. Yeah. If he never would have said that thing in March, what he said recently, I would have been like, okay, all right, I can understand what you're saying. Yeah. But now that I think he's just going off of where his team is now, because Lakers, we're at 6th or 7th, man, right now, around that range.
We're in 6, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like now he feels like, oh, that can be me in that playing game. So now he thinks it's a dumb idea, but recently he just thought it was a good idea. But now he's backtracking on that. So what do you feel about that, man? Do you just like, because LeBron, he's been known as the crybaby, man.
Yeah. So yeah, what's it called? I mean, gotta love LeBron. He's always bringing the drama and everything, but it's just crazy how like things work out. He was talking so much about it back in the days, and like you said in March, and then he gets injured with that ankle injury. By the way, a lot of players, they're getting ankle injuries. I don't know what the hell's going on. If those people drying the floors are not doing their job or something, but everybody's getting ankle injuries. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I agree with you. If he wouldn't have said anything, I think he would have, kind of been like, okay, whatever. Now in the situation, but I low-key think, bro, that he's scared of facing whoever is going to be in those competitions because those are going to be like finals, for people like that. Because if it's win or lose, either you win and then you move on, or you don't, and then you kind of like you get eliminated. So we're in the 6th seed right now. I think we're playing Denver right now. I see it on my screen. We're down 4 in the first quarter, but he's not playing the best, and he even said it. He's like, I'm never going to be 100% again because he knows how much his body is getting taken. Because I think in the past he's had a few injuries, but not substantial injuries to where like he is now. But because of again his age,
he's getting human, up there, man. He's human.
Yeah, I mean he's still a superhuman. 6'8", he's like built like a machine. But I do agree that he's being a little bit of a crybaby because I feel like deep inside he knows his team is going down, and I hate it because I'm a Laker fan, diehard Laker fan. But at the same time, like I feel like he's really scared of like whoever's going to be down there, man. Whether it's the Blazers, whether it's the Warriors. I think the Warriors are in the 9th. And I still think, I didn't talk about it in the last podcast, but I still think, bro, for me, Curry's the MVP. That guy's been playing out of his mind, bro. If the Warriors were in a higher position, like in a playoff position, bro, there's no doubt people would be talking about Curry. Stephen A. Smith always said it. He's like, he's the best shooter of all time. He's broken records. He's putting up like, 30, 40 points every night. Yeah, he'll have off games, but next game he'll come back and he'll score 60 or 45 or, he'll shoot 12 threes or whatever. You're like, the hell's this guy on? Is he on crack or something? But it just shows you like how much LeBron is probably seeing and saying, hey, if we don't get our act together and start winning games, because the Suns, they already clinched. Told you, bro, first place. Jazz, they clinched. Clippers, they clinched. So that's 3 spots already. So there's 3 more left, and then the Lakers don't clinch and they have to go to that competition, that tournament, bro. I feel like LeBron thinks he might have a chance of losing because that's going to be a finals game, like a Western Conference final game for those 4 teams, because it's either win or go home, and then you still got to go and face either the first seed. Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be, you're gonna be tired and you're gonna be like worn out. So I feel like it's LeBron's crying, but I feel like deep inside he's probably gonna be like, hey man, we need to start playing right, and then once they clinch, then I feel like he'll like kind of tone it down a little bit. But for now, they just gotta keep playing. They gotta win goddamn games.
They gotta win games, man. They can't they can't be on the losing streak, man. Like we lost
against the Raptors.
Portland. Yeah, I mean not Portland, the Raptors, Toronto.
Yeah, and the Raptors were playing like trash, bro. I was watching that game. Siakam wasn't playing that well. He did a lot of turnovers. Fat boy Kyle Lowry was just go everywhere, but he was knocking threes down, but like we just don't have defense, bro. When LeBron and AD are out there, offense is fantastic. As soon as one of them goes out, they play like they play no offense, and their defense, bro. They're running down the lane, bro, middle of the court, just straight dunk. And I'm like, what the hell's going on, man? So I don't understand it sometimes.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be really interesting to see how it plays out, man. But also, man, let's talk about some baseball, man. So this is your topic because I'm a fan of baseball, but I'm not really a big fan until the postseason gets here. So what's up in the world of baseball, man? What's up with
what's it called? But first of all, we gotta say, huge Dodger fan. Always been a Dodger fan ever since I was a kid.
Okay,
a little bit biased against that. Hey, LA teams, bro. Before my Raiders left, to Las Vegas, they were all California teams, but yeah, it's been big on baseball. I know Dejan's not, huge until playoffs. Most people aren't. Most people can't follow 162 games, kind of ridiculous. Like football, you have your certain, what is it, 16 games, 17 games?
It's 17 next season, starting next season. So
yeah. And then, basketball, you got 72 this year, 162. I think that's a little bit too much.
Yeah, man.
It's overkill, but even I don't watch all the games.
Yeah.
I think I told Dejan a few years ago I did fantasy baseball. Worst decision of my life because I had to change it every single goddamn day, and it was stressful. And I was like, okay, I got to do injury reports and all that stuff. But it's been going good. What's it called? The reigning champs, they've been playing well. I'm just excited to see the rivalry, man. A lot of rivalries out there. Yankees, Boston, they're both playing well, so it's gonna be good.
The Dodgers and the Padres, man.
Yeah, that was two good series. They played 7 out of the 19 games, and like those 7 games, bro, have been super entertaining. So
who won that series?
I think we're tied. No, Dodgers got 4, and then the Padres got 3 games.
Oh, damn. That's gonna be good in the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So like I was just talking about, man. Yeah, it's mostly like the big rivalries right now. It's way too long of a series, and too long of a 162 games is way too much.
Yeah.
I've never been against it because it gives me a more chance to like go to Dodger games and stuff, which I'm trying to go, but with all the COVID restrictions right now, it's kind of hard. But it's gonna be a fun season. Just gonna see how it plays out and stuff. A lot of good players out there. A lot of injuries. It just sucks because I don't know if people watching this. One of our main pitchers, Dustin May, just went out with UCL tear. For people who don't understand, like that's just like the little ligament in your arm, so you can't throw without it. It's pretty much like an ACL tear, but in your knee.
Yeah,
kind of like the same ones. It takes you out for a long time. So those are the injuries you want to like avoid. But it is what it is. But I'm excited to see what's what the next few weeks are going to bring. I'm really excited to see the playoffs because I know a lot of teams are going to be out there hunting for that championship. We won it last year after 30 years of not winning it. 32 years of not winning it. So it's gonna be exciting. That was the first time in like a while. I think it was like both the Lakers and the Dodgers won the championship. 2 LA teams, so it was exciting.
Yeah, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully they can do something crazy this year. But like you said, man, we got to see what's going on, man. So let's hop into this capital gains, man. So you said that it's a big tax increase, or like what's going on with that, man?
Yeah, man. So what's it called? I think first of all, I think everybody started like Biden. He's trying to do a lot of good things, but at the same time, like, he's trying to raise taxes, he's trying to raise federal taxes. So that's going to suck for everybody. But
yeah,
I think the big stuff for me and you, we're not getting into it too much right now, but once you start making, I think over $1 million, which is not going to affect me and you, but for people who are investing heavily into the stock market, after $1 million, he's trying to do capital gains. He's trying to raise them from like, I think 20 something percent to like almost 40, like 36%. So
God damn. I gotta bleep that out. Damn, bro, that kind of got me by surprise.
So just imagine, bro. And then that's just including capital gains. That's not including your state taxes. So if you're in California and you're making over $1 million, you're pretty much, and then after the Obamacare tax and everything, you're pretty much paying like over 50% of your gains to the government. So if you make over $1 million, let's say in the stock market, and you're just comfortable there and you just leave it there, and let's say your net gains is like what's it called, 50K, you're pretty much giving like almost more than $25,000 just to the government. So you're literally just made 25,000.
That is crazy, bro.
But I mean the federal taxes is still going to affect me and you because it's going to raise taxes and stuff. It's already expensive here in California,
Yeah.
For people listening in other states or in countries, whatever, our taxes here in California is depending on how much you make, it can go up to 13.3%. Other states don't even have state taxes, so you save on all that money. So people go to like Texas, people go to like Vegas, all that stuff right there because they save on that all that percentage. When you don't really think about it at first, but then you're like, man, I'm saving a lot of money if I move out of California. But you pay for the weather and you pay for the areas here, man.
Yeah. Hopefully it's worth it, man, for those people that are moving out here. To
Yeah.
spice it up a little bit, June, man. June, we have a lot of stuff going on in the sports world. We're gonna be in the middle of the NBA playoffs. We're gonna be probably, the baseball season. I think the All-Star game is around that time, or getting into it after that. It's a lot of different stuff. Gonna, training camp for NFL starting. One of the main things happening in June is gonna be the Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. Yeah, Logan Paul fight.
Yeah, Logan.
It's crazy. What do you think is gonna win? So backstory, like let me give you the weight limit. So Floyd can weigh up into 160. Logan Paul can weigh up to 190 pounds. What do you think about this fight? Who do you think is gonna win this?
If I had to put money, bro, I would just put my money where my mouth is. I'm just gonna go Logan, bro, because whatever they did with with Jake Paul, I feel like they're gonna do it, bro. I mean, who knows?
You think Logan Paul's gonna beat Floyd Mayweather?
Bro, he's 30 pounds heavier, bro, and then he's had some like fights in the past, but I think it's just gonna be a publicity stunt again, where like they just pay Floyd Mayweather like $20 million just to get hit. It's not gonna be a professional fight, because technically Logan Paul's not a professional, but
that's a hot take right there, bro. That's a hot take.
Well, it was the same thing with Jake Paul, man. I thought Jake Paul was gonna get knocked out like in the first round. Look at him; he ended up winning the fight. So
that's how I feel, though. I feel like because Floyd is an actual boxer, man. So like he's been boxing his whole life. So I feel like, yeah, he's 30. He has a 30-pound, weight advantage. But the thing I think that's a little bit different is Floyd fought heavier people before. I think Canelo was 180 or something like that when he fought Floyd. And Floyd was, I think Canelo came out like super heavy that fight, and then Floyd kind of embarrassed Canelo. So I just think also Floyd's super defensive, and he hardly gets touched. He got touched once by Sugar Shane Mosley, where like he almost like he's gonna be out. But Logan Paul, man, he's not really out putting in the work, I don't think, for boxing, man. He had one fight against a YouTuber, and he lost once, and then they drew once. And that was to a YouTuber, man. So I can just imagine Floyd Mayweather, debatably the best defensive boxer ever. And I think Floyd's for sure a billionaire. I don't think he's doing this just for money. I don't think he cares about the money, to be honest, man. If I'm being honest, Floyd has so much money. I think if anyone needs the money, it's going to be Logan Paul. So in my opinion, man, I think Floyd's going to go out there and embarrass him. But I would not be surprised if he takes a knee and he takes a nose plant because he got cashed out like $300 million or something crazy like that, man.
It's just crazy, bro, how it is nowadays. Like I was saying this to like my dad and stuff, like all this, BS wouldn't be acceptable back in the days. You would actually box back in the days. I remember seeing like Oscar De La Hoya, and my dad would have like cassette tapes, and like I would see videos of like Muhammad Ali, and then obviously Mike Tyson. Those were actual boxing fights, not this kind of stuff, bro. Where like you got YouTubers or influencers, like even Logan Paul, bro. He was in that like I saw that article where he was in I think it was called WrestleMania, like wrestling and stuff. I watched a little bit of that. He was there, bro, and like they paid him like $4 or $5 million, bro, just to take a hit, bro, from like a wrestler, even though that's fake. $4 million to $5 million, bro, just to be there, take a few bumps. He's not gonna get hurt because the wrestlers are safer. They're safe with what they do, but it's all about the money nowadays, bro. But
man, sign me up, man. Sign me up, bro. I will. If someone came up to me and say, Jay, we got a contract right here, $10 million, it'll be your profit if you can fight this dude, some other YouTuber, bro. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm about to be in the gym. I'm about to be going crazy. I'm about to be hitting the bags. I'm about to be going crazy, bro. Sign me up, man. I'll sign up for that money, man. Like me, I'm a fan of boxing, but money speaks, man. Money makes the world go around. So I can't get mad at these guys, man, because it's kind of disrespectful to the sport. But let's be honest, man. At boxers, it's different than any other profession because for NFL, players get to the NFL, they make millions, right? They automatically be a millionaire. So what's keeping them going after that is the championship. For boxers, it's some boxers that don't even care about winning a belt. They just want to make sure they get financially set first. So I think it's a little bit different. I think any combat sport, no one really wants to fight, but they're just doing it for the money. So
100%, bro.
yeah, so
100%.
I like for the money wise, man, I think it's good for the sport because anything is gonna put more. What they should start doing is getting boxers more recognition in these events, like to be on the undercard or fuck, man, let Logan Paul or Jake Paul or no, let Jake Paul fight a real boxer, man. I'm curious on how that's gonna play out. Let him fight Canelo, man. Canelo's on embarrassing, bro.
Bro, Canelo will knock him out with one left hook, man. Just an undercut. He's done.
And he's gonna get the money, and he's gonna get the more fans and more. You know, it's gonna be more. It's gonna be better for the sport of boxing because he can take those YouTube fans and transition them into more Canelo fights. You know, so next time Canelo fights, he's gonna have his fan base and the Logan and Jake Paul fan base. So
yeah,
I think it's a lot of pros and cons to it, but I like the pros, man, for boxing, man, as a sport. So like I said, man, sign me up, man. If anyone's watching this, man, man, y'all want like a smaller YouTuber to fight somebody, bro, hey, sign me up. I'll be an undercard, man. Just give me the check, man. Show me the check, man. Junior's gonna be my trainer, bro. He's gonna be training me. He's gonna have the little pads up. We'll go crazy. But yeah, man. So we're coming up at 50 minutes. I have the timer right here. So we're coming up around 50 minutes of this podcast. I guess we're just doing hour episodes around that time, or we're doing hour episodes every time pretty much. But anything, man, any closing statements, man, anything you got to say for the folks?
I don't think so right now. I did want to make a side note speaking about like, you know, kind of like celebrities and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys follow this guy. I don't know if you follow him, but meet Kevin. Have you heard
oh
of
him? Yeah.
This dude is legit talking about running for governor of California. Have you heard about that?
Oh shit! No, I did not hear that.
Yeah.
Is he serious or is he just doing it for clout?
He's dead serious, bro. He had a whole video. It has like I think like a few 100,000 views. Like he put out like 20 little things of like what he's gonna like try to improve. Because you know that whole recall on Governor Newsom. They're trying to get him out and stuff. But he's legit serious, bro. And he has a good fan base. I remember seeing him when he first started.
He has to be. He has to be rich. To be, that's some rich people. Or sorry, I gotta bleep out me cussing, but that's some rich people stuff when you have to start running for governor because you made so much money that you. But damn, man, that's crazy. I didn't hear about this.
What's it called? Yeah, what's it called? I'll send you the video and stuff of what he was saying. But he put out a new video today. But this dude's making like I don't get it, bro. If you're making millions off YouTube, making videos like this is how bored he must be, bro. Where like he's tired of making millions. He's like, I'm gonna go run for governor. And I'm gonna just try to fix California because he lives here in California. He lives in Ventura, but like he's seen all his YouTube friends move to Vegas, move to Texas. You know, Joe Rogan, he moved to Texas because he didn't want to pay $10 million in California taxes for his podcast he sold to Spotify. You know, smart guy. You know, I would have done the same thing too. Save myself 10 million, man. But this guy's literally making millions. He was on a YouTube show saying how much he makes a year. This fool makes $6 million a year, bro. And that was off YouTube. YouTube,
so imagine the ads. Like, imagine sponsorships, merch.
You know, affiliates. He's got courses, like he teaches like YouTube courses, real estate courses. He's got rental properties. Like this dude now, if you made an update on it, he probably would be making around over like $10 million. That's not even including his assets, bro. His houses that he owes and then like stock that he owes. But like this is my thing. Like, you must be so bored, bro, of making millions to where like you want to get into like government and be in charge of a whole state. You're not being in charge of like just LA or the county. You're in charge of the whole goddamn state. So I don't know if you guys heard about that, but it's just crazy how like, you know, we're speaking about like, you know, public stunts, you know, because I heard what was that she guy, Caitlyn Jenner, she's running for governor too, bro. Like, what the hell's going on, man?
Is she?
You know?
What the hell?
This is why people outside of California, bro, make fun of Californians, because we got all these things going on. And I just don't understand what the hell's going on, but you know,
I'm not mad at him though. I'm not mad at Meet Kevin, man, because when like you can sit back and listen to some people and just get a good you can basically size them up and see where their mental state is when he talks, or like he's really, you know, intelligent. He knows what he's talking about. He's not just saying stuff for the camera because it sounds good. I like where his mind's at. So I'm not really a big fan of celebrities, but I'm obviously I'm also not a fan of people who are actually getting into politics, who go to school for it, because some of these people that go to school for being a politician, they're almost as worse as a celebrity, man. So I'm not mad at it. He made the money, so he's clearly not doing it for money, man. He's doing it because he wants to see change. So
Yeah,
I'm with it, man. As long as if we can get a good celebrity in office for California, I'm all game with it, man. As long as he doesn't pull a Donald Trump where he's in that type of mindset and just crazy, bro. Like man,
a Schwarzenegger and stuff, man.
yeah.
I
You
feel
heard
like
about The Rock, man. The Rock is trying to go for president. He's
president,
potentially
bro.
trying to go for president, man. I mean, his mindset too. When you hear him talk, like he's really smart, man, and he knows what he's talking about. But the thing about it, man, you never know what you're getting off the camera. It's super easy on camera to put on a certain persona, and then off the camera, you're a whole different person. But it's interesting, bro. It's really interesting. It's really
Yeah,
interesting.
it would just be crazy if he actually does do it, bro. Because I think he has like million. I think he has like over 1 million in subscribers and stuff. So like he'll have the support of them, obviously.
Yeah.
But it would just be crazy to see kind of like you said, celebrities go out for it. I mean, the Rock probably has a good chance because he's charismatic. He's done the movies, he's done the wrestling, so he obviously knows how to talk in front of people. But it would just be interesting. We'll see how it plays out. Hopefully they don't just end up embarrassing us as a country.
Yeah, man. Hopefully it's all good, man. Any more closing statements, man? Anything else for the people?
I think that's it for right now, man. I think just go out there, get it, make that money.
Yeah, man.
Succeed in life.
Yeah.
Always try to outdo what you did before.
Yeah,
you
man.
made $1,000, try to make 2,000. Always try to outdo yourself that way.
Yeah, man. It's 1,000%. I agree with you. For me, any closing statements? Just like Junior said, man, I think the big thing for me is a lot of people, the country is opening up, man. So now people don't have that excuse, man. A lot of people had the excuse of the pandemic to why they're kind of down on life. Right now, you have no excuses. The countries are starting to open up jobs. The economy is starting to get a little bit better. Jobs are starting to circulate. So put in them job applications, put in all those things that you need to put in to get more money up. Also, man, start those hobbies, man. If you guys wanted to start a podcast and you've been talking about it for the past 2 years, man, just start, man. You can do it like this. Do it on Zoom, man. You don't got to be in person yet.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're going to be in person, but we got to start somewhere, man. You got to start somewhere. So just start, be the best person you can be for yourself. Be the best person you want to be for your kids, your family, man. Be all that good stuff, man.
100%. If you guys want to know about more side hustles, we did have a special guest last week. You guys can check that out. In the video descriptions, there's going to be a link to our second episode. Let's talk about all kinds of side hustles. Even if you're unemployed right now, you can start an eBay business. You can start pre-selling sneakers. Door dashing, Uber Eats, whatever. Anything that makes you money and gives you small little goals. That you accomplish, and then it gets to a bigger one where you're comfortable in life. So you just gotta start somewhere. You just gotta keep at it.
And it's on the heart. I think starting is always the hardest part, man. That's something Gary Vee always preaches. Starting is gonna be the hardest part, but your mindset is don't care about what people think about it. Because I know that's the reason why a lot of people don't start stuff because of what others might think.
Yeah.
Like I said in the last episode, a lion doesn't, he doesn't concern with the opinions of sheep, man. So if you're a lion, you're a go-getter. You don't care what people's gonna say. Just go ahead and do it. Meet good business people, man. Junior's a good business partner for this YouTube channel, man. Meet good people, man. It's a lot of good people out there. Find them, start a business, start a podcast, do what you got to do, man. But if you guys like this episode, man, episode 3, man, episode 3 down, man. We're almost about to hit episode 5, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. We're almost there, man.
Like, subscribe, y'all. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow us on our Instagram. We have an Instagram now, man. So it'll be up here above somewhere. Follow us on Instagram. Follow Junior on his personal. Follow me on my personal. Follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I can't stress this enough, man, because the first people, initial people that's here, you guys are gonna be the foundation, and we got you when things are, doing good.
Yeah, leave a comment down below if you guys want to talk about anything. You wanted to talk about anything specific, tell us how your day was. Tell if you guys have a side hustle. We want to interact with you guys. So just comment down below.
1,000%.
You subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys get notified whenever we put out videos, because we're going to be putting clips of little, more important stuff. And then obviously we're going to be doing the episodes every Monday. So make sure you tune in every Monday for a brand new episode, guys.
Yeah, guys. So this is the Free Game Podcast, man. Have a good one, man. Take care.
Right.
Peace
Peace out, guys.